well, now that we got that out of the way, what is happening, John? How are you, my friend? Peekaboo, welcome, and welcome to all of you lovely replay viewers as well. John, it's great to see you, my friend. Happy Monday. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas weekend. Tuesday 99 Taco is here. Tuesday 99, what is that about? Tuesday 99 Taco. All right, very interesting. Well, Tuesday, you got to get a profile going. But I wanted to say hello. Happy Monday to all of you guys. I'm so glad that you're here. So thrilled to see you here in my Periscope stream. I just wrapped up a Facebook live stream as well. So if you're not my Facebook friend, please just feel free. Just add me on Facebook. Why not? Taco Tuesday 99, but it was taken. Yikes. See, that's why you got to be an early adapter, right? You got to jump on there. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Early adaption. So excited to be the first guy to live stream from all 50 U.S. states. 50 U.S. states in 100 days, and I volunteered with a different youth organization in each state. 50 states, 100 days, 60 youth organizations. That's right, 60 different youth organizations in 50 states over the course of 100 days. And while I did all of that, I brought you guys along with me. I didn't Periscope in every state. No. But I did live stream. I used this Earcat May. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. Earcat May. I don't know if I can say the M word on Periscope. John asks, sorry, can you speak Russia? No. Did you work as you traveled? No, I volunteered. Working as I traveled probably might have been smarter. Sweet are those marathon medals behind me. Yes, and I will show them all to you if you'd like in a little bit. But I did not work as I traveled. I tried to sell some Team Strub t-shirts on Teespring, and that didn't work out terribly well either. But what I did do was I volunteered with a different youth organization in each state. I started in South Carolina on May 15th. The first stop was Charleston, South Carolina, after I left my apartment in Greenville. And the final stop was Asheville, North Carolina. So I drove all the way around the country, 50 states in 100 days. Charleston, South Carolina to Asheville, North Carolina. 50 states, 100 days, 60 youth organizations. I flew from Seattle to Anchorage to Honolulu, back to Seattle. Unfortunately, I did not stop in San Francisco, but I'm very, very excited to be stopping in San Francisco in 2 weeks, where I will be speaking at Periscope Summit on a panel about using live streaming for social good. Worked with youth for 25 years. That is freaking awesome, man. That is so cool. Working is boring. Volunteering is so much more rewarding. It is. It's a lot of fun. It's also extraordinarily expensive to travel and not have a sponsor to do this. So who knows? Maybe out in San Francisco in a couple weeks, maybe we could help find Team Strub a sponsor. Wouldn't that be cool? But hey, in the meantime, if you want to help me get out to San Francisco, it would be a huge, huge help. In the last couple months since my trip ended, so I turned 30 on August 23rd, I moved up here to Watertown, New York. Here I am in Watertown. Still no snow, which is pretty crazy to think about, although it's supposed to snow tonight, so that should be exciting. But in the last couple months, I have written a book about visiting 50 states in 100 days and volunteering with 60 different youth organizations. And what's really exciting about being a live streamer who has written a book is that as you're reading the book, you could jump on and ask me a question. You could send me a tweet. You could send me an Instagram comment. You could send me a Snapchat. We got Joe Wilson TV is in the house. How exciting is that? Joe is here. Thank you so much, Joe. And Joe, by the way, your cookies are on the way. They should be there by midweek, in case you were excited. So Joe, thank you so much for sharing this stream on Twitter. I am super excited to tell you guys about visiting 50 states in 100 days and volunteering with 60 different youth organizations. I'm coming to San Francisco in 2 weeks to talk about it. 50 states, 100 days, 60 youth organizations. No one's done anything close to that, much less live streamed it all on Meerkat and Periscope. And I'm coming to the Periscope Summit to talk about it in just a couple weeks. Coffee cheers, Chris. Psyched about cookies. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. If you guys knew how much Joe Wilson has helped me over the past few months, oh my goodness. Hey, who is that? The Mom Ledger? Mom Ledger, it's very good to see you. So I am really excited that Periscope Summit just liked the tweet that I sent out. That's awesome too. I love reading the notifications on the top of the screen and the bottom of the screen. Have fun speaking at the summit. Yes, Joe, I was actually speaking with my good buddy Steve Sassman, and your name came up. We were like, hey, Joe Wilson should come to the summit. John Cordray says, I am looking forward to the summit as well. And John will also be speaking there. So it's very exciting. We've got another Periscope Summit speaker here in the room. I stopped by John's stream a little while ago. That was exciting to see. And it's so cool that there's all these speakers around and you don't have to wait to see them. You could just jump on a stream anytime you want. John was streaming before, Brian Fanzo, Jeff Goldberg, Victoria Taylor and Sarah Moore and Chocolate Johnny. Like, what's so exciting about this summit is that, and Joe says he won't be there, which is sad. But Jenny's going to be there. I know Jenny's going to be there. Right, Jenny? Right, Jenny? I think she was on the fence as well. But you can see all of us on your phone. Like, you can watch on your computer. You can do all of those things. But the only place that you're going to be able to see all of us together in one place, having fun, doing collaborative streams and hugging and handshaking and high-fiving and all of those awesome, awesome things will be in San Francisco in 2 weeks at the Periscope Summit. So I am extraordinarily excited to get out there. And I'm extraordinarily excited that you guys have the opportunity to help me do that by going to my website, teamstrub.com. And right on my website, right underneath there, there's a little picture that says 50 States, 100 Days, the book. 50 States, 100 Days, the book. And I will tell you guys, writing a book is like 50 times harder than visiting 50 states in 100 days. Writing a book is freaking hard. It takes a lot of concentration, and I'm used to just pressing a button on my phone. I can sit here and chat with you guys. I can send out cameo requests and comment on your streams and send hearts and do all those things. Writing a book is a totally different animal. So all the respect in the world to any of you guys who have written a book out there, seriously. It's freaking awesome. And then to go through all of the rigmarole of getting the cover made and editing and getting it uploaded onto Amazon and all of this stuff, getting it in EPUB format. Oh, man, is that a lot of work. And now you can check it out. And by checking it out, you can help me get to San Francisco and tell this story live in person at Periscope Summit in just 2 weeks. Book writing is a huge process. It really is. And it's done. And it's available now on my website, teamstrub.com, 50 States, 100 Days, the book. You can read about my experiences with all of these great organizations like Big Brothers Big Sisters, 9 different chapters, the Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA, about rideability in Rochester, Minnesota. How freaking cool is that? I volunteered and they gave me a trophy for volunteering. They gave me a trophy. And you can read all about it. My mom was reading the book. I was home this weekend for Christmas. My mom was reading the book. She was just up to the Iowa, Minnesota section. She was all excited to hear about the half marathon I ran, which, by the way, I did not get a medal for running in Iowa, which is weird. The University of Okoboji half marathon. But I did get these medals. And I know you guys were asking about the medals before. These are my New York State medals. And these are my medals from around the country. We got Portland, Colorado Springs. Oh, that's Colorado Springs. And that's West Virginia, Kentucky. So I am a runner. In case you guys didn't know that, I love to run. I hope to do some more running. Yes, Bling Wall, absolutely. And Jenny, I'm really excited. I saw you were announced as a New Year's Eve speaker from around the world. How cool was that? So 50 States, 100 Days, the book is available now on teamstrub.com. 50 States, 100 Days, the book. And if you get my book, you read it, you have any questions as you're going along, this isn't like traditional authorship where like, oh, maybe send him an email and hope maybe someday he might write back or something. No, send me a tweet, man. Send me a Snapchat, write a comment on my Instagram post, whatever it is. Let's talk about it. I want to help tell the stories of all of the youth organizations that I visited this summer. And maybe in 2016, I'll have the chance to tell even more stories about nonprofit organizations. And you watching the stream right now, watching the stream on replay, watching the stream on catch sometime in the future, who knows? You have the opportunity to help me continue to do even more of what I did this summer. 50 States, 100 Days, the book is available now on Amazon. And when you buy it, why not sign up for Amazon Smile too? You sign up for Amazon Smile, and a portion of the proceeds from that book sale will go to whatever nonprofit you want. So if you need a suggestion, I would highly recommend Pay Away the Layaway. There, you can read more about them at payawaythelayaway.org, or you can send a tweet to me or Jenny, and we're happy to tell you more about it as well. That Pay Away the Layaway pays off layaway plans for families in need around the country, including in Seattle, which Miss Jenny in the comments did here helped out with a couple weeks ago. She says, check out Periscope Rally on Twitter. Yeah, how awesome is that? So Pay Away the Layaway, I actually got to work with Pay Away the Layaway during the trip in Baltimore. And that was actually, when you get to the chapter about Baltimore, I think it's state 44, Maryland. Huge, huge struggle, a huge convergence of emotions. Ryan Dupre I met up with, a Meerkat friend in Maryland, and I don't know what I would have done if Ryan didn't show up. I really don't know. I don't know that I would have made it through the rest of the trip. I don't know that I would be standing here right now able to even stream. I don't know what would have happened to me if Ryan did not help me in Baltimore. So I am eternally grateful to Ryan Dupre for his help with Pay Away the Layaway in Baltimore, which was a magical experience. Joe said he saw that stream in Baltimore. And I wrote about it in the book. I leave all sorts... Yeah, thanks for the transparency. Dude, if you've never seen me stream before, and if you missed the streams from my summer, you don't know transparency until you see a guy pressing broadcast and he's lit up by the... I'm in Bay Area. If you get stuck anytime while you're here, give me a holler. Sounds good, Peekaboo. And Peekaboo, thanks for always being in my streams, man. I appreciate it. Peekaboo follows when I invite my followers. Peekaboo's always there. Big ups to you, Peekaboo. Really appreciate it. But only about transparency. Yes, I'm transparent right now that I should get a drink of water because I didn't think I'd be streaming for this long. But if you saw any of my trip this summer, and I know Joe Wilson, and I'm very grateful to everyone who tuned in. Tiffy For You was one of the first ones to join in, so I'm super supportive of Tiffy. If you follow me on Snapchat, you know it's Ask Me Anything Monday for @Tiffy For You on Snapchat, which is such a fun thing to follow on Snapchat all the time. But yeah, John was saying thanks for the transparency, and this is nothing, man. This is nothing. When you talk about transparency and authenticity, I wish you were there when I was laying in the back seat of my car in, pick a city, Des Moines, Iowa, in the corner of a Walmart parking lot, and I'm lit up only by the little light in the back seat. I got my phone plugged into the car charger, and my only escape is to sit there and chat with my friends on Meerkat, people that I've never met before, and they're there helping me get through the night. Literally helping me when I'm trying to fall asleep in Dickinson, North Dakota in a parking lot because I couldn't afford a hotel room. And I'm out there because I wanted to volunteer with the Best Friends Mentoring Program in Dickinson. You know, and whether or not people think what I did was cool or whether or not you think it was a good idea, I did it. You know, and I can always say that. I can always say that I accomplished something that no one else has ever done, and hopefully more people will do after me. I'm not saying visit 50 states 100 days, but certainly you should go visit Jenny in Seattle because she seems pretty cool. But it's such a wonderful world out there. It's such a fantastic country, and there's so much more to the world as well. You know, maybe hashtag 2016 goals. Get out and see some more of the beautiful beautiful land that is the rest of this world. But it was really exciting and interesting to get out there and see 50 states in 100 days, visited all 50 states, and not only that, but was able to help tell the stories of places like the Inspire Youth Project in Seattle, like Covenant House in Alaska, like the GSA in Hawaii, or NCBI Missoula, or the Boys and Girls Club in Austin, or Youth Rebuilding New Orleans, or Eat South in Montgomery, or the Carolina Youth Development Center in Charleston, South Carolina, or True Colors in Hartford, Connecticut. All of these places, every single one has an unbelievable story, and I really wish that all of them were on Periscope, because I would sit here in my apartment and watch all of those people that I met whose stories are so rich and so blessed and so fantastic on Periscope all the time. And for me, when I get out to the Periscope Summit in San Francisco in 2 weeks and I get to speak about social good in the live stream, it's not about me. It's not about this guy. I am here, I'll be here in San Francisco, but I'm going to be here talking about why nonprofits need to be on these platforms here with us, because the fundraising capabilities and possibilities are unbelievable. And the ability to tell your story in an authentic and genuine and really special manner is totally unmatched. Forget about trying to win the Facebook game. Forget about scheduling your tweets every once in a while to donate. get on camera, press the button, look me in the digital eyeballs, or if you're ChrisStrub, look me in the real eyeballs when I come see you and say, hey, here's my story. Here's how you can help. Here's my story. Here's how you can help. Because that's what I'm doing right now. What's up, Philip Wyburn? I love this guy. Please, I know there's only a couple people, but if you're watching this on replay as well, make sure you follow this guy, Phil Wyburn. I'm so glad to see he's alive after the tornadoes. He was periscoping as a tornado alarm was going off yesterday in Texas. And this is what's really exciting, okay? And I'm going to talk about this at Periscope Summit as well. There's 4 people in the room right now, and they are all freaking awesome. And people will be like, oh, this guy's got 4 people in his room. Who cares? Look at how awesome these people are. Look at this. I get to talk to Phil Wyburn and Jenny and John Cordray and Joe Wilson. How freaking amazing is that? How cool is that? I feel bad for all the other people that are on Periscope that aren't watching right now. You're missing out. You're missing out. You know, I am so grateful that all of you guys are here with me right now in my room. Jenny's hearting it up. Thank you. You guys are the best. And I'm so excited to get out there and talk about and represent for all of these nonprofit organizations who are going to go on Periscope for the first time in 2016. And there's going to be 1 or 2 people watching, or maybe 0. The first stream that I did in Greenville, South Carolina, I walked around my apartment, and unfortunately I'm not there anymore because I couldn't afford to stay down there. But I walked around my apartment and I talked about my trip, and nobody tuned in. 0. 0. 0. See that? 0. Nobody tuned in to hear about my trip. I'm like, you know what, guys? I'm going to be the first person to live stream in 50 states in 100 days. This is going to be freaking awesome. Here we go. This is going to be an awesome trip. I'm self-funded, but I'm doing it anyway. Blah, 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 blah. Nobody tuned in. I don't care. I had an awesome story. I streamed it, and if you missed it, sucks to be you. Because everyone who did see it loved it, and it was freaking awesome. And that's why in 2016, when people start to see more and hear more about the awesome things that are going on Periscope, people are going to say, well, why didn't I do that earlier? Where was I? What are those? I wish I knew about it. I didn't join Periscope until August. Yeah, I didn't really start Periscoping until probably the middle of July. And even when I was out there, I wasn't really Periscoping the whole trip. I was actually meerkatting. I was the first person to meerkat in all 50 states because I just didn't buy into the idea of Periscope. I was like, oh man, meerkat's so great. It's yellow. I meerkatted in all these other states. Nah, there's always next year, right? Bring the energy. That's what it's about. Bring the energy. Have a great story. I don't care if 1 person is watching. I really don't care if 0 people are watching. I have an awesome story that I want to tell, and I'm here trying to tell it. And if people are missing that, man, sucks to be them. I feel bad for them. Because I just had an awesome conversation with Jenny in Seattle and John Cordray and Phil Wyburn and Joe Wilson, and all those people are freaking awesome. And anybody else who wants to come in and join in and say hello, peekaboo, seriously, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys taking a couple minutes to listen to my story. You know? And that's what it's going to be about for all of these nonprofits next year. Seriously, that's what it's going to be about. Forget about crazy road trips and all these little things. It's about the individual stories. It's about the folks at Sunbeam Family Services in Oklahoma City who are looking for a new way to get out there and raise funds. It's about the Magic Paintbrush Project in Binghamton, New York. That, and it's fun to watch your dad bake cookies in his kitchen. It was a lot of fun, and now those cookies are on their way out. The Magic Paintbrush Project in Binghamton, New York is this unbelievably influential and cool and awesome nonprofit. Started by my friend Jen O'Brien a few years ago. Now it's all over New York State. They're expanding out of the state. They do all of this magical, super work. And I got to volunteer with them and highlight their work on live streaming in upstate New York during my trip. Now I see Jen is on Facebook and she's saying, oh man, we didn't really get any donations this year. And man, I wish Mark Zuckerberg would give us money, blah, 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 blah. Here's my recommendation for the Magic Paintbrush Project and for Sunbeam Family Services and for Big Brothers Big Sisters and for the Boys and Girls Club. Find a storyteller in your organization and have them tell your story authentically, be genuine, be interactive. But just do it. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Be the first. Be the first. Opportunity Village. Be the first. Eat South Montgomery, Alabama. Be the first. Covenant House. Be the first. GSA Hawaii. There is such a huge advantage to being first. People will follow you and other organizations will look to you and say, look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing. Look at what Lee Karshauer did with Pay Away the Layaway. Look at, and I'm going to tear up talking about it. Look at what Lee Karshauer did with Pay Away the Layaway. Okay? I sent a message to well, it doesn't matter what I did. Pay Away the Layaway did a stream a couple weeks ago around the country. I think it was in Minnesota with Colleen. And Jeff Goldberg and Brian Fanzo, two of the biggest freaking streamers in the universe, get on there and share it with their followers. And all of a sudden, boom, 40 people, 50 people, 60 people asking, how do I, this is so incredible, this is magical, this is life-changing, I'm crying, this is fantastic, how can I help, how can I volunteer, how can I donate, what do I do? It's like wildfire. Come on! What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? And if it takes a guy like me visiting 50 states in 100 days to get up on a stage and tell this story, tell my own story, to represent all of the organizations that I visited, then I'll keep doing it. You know what I mean? If these organizations can't figure out how to tell their own story on their own, then maybe I'm the guy to help. But in 2016, I urge every single organization that I visited, every single organization that I didn't visit, to look into Periscope and stop whining that, oh, my audience isn't on there. Oh, ma. Oh, I don't do that. Do it! How they could help from Canada, Germany, UK. Yes! It was powerful. And on top of that, Jenny, more importantly, how did it feel getting a chance to volunteer? I just talk about the rush of emotions that go through your head when you have the opportunity to help someone and change their life for the better. You know, there's 3 people watching right now, but when I was in Rochester, Minnesota, out on a farm, helping kids climb up on a horse and sidewalking and all those awesome things, there was no cell signal, there was no TV station, there was no newspaper, there was no radio, nothing. But the feeling that I got in Rochester, Minnesota, I just sat in my car and cried afterward. It was so moving. Exactly. And so, whether there's 3 people or 30 people or 30,000 people or 3 million people watching, those experiences are not any less diminished. Those experiences don't mean any less if there's 1 person watching or 100 people watching or 100 million people watching. What's up, pop culture? I'm winding up here because I've been going for a while. But I want to say thank you to everyone who has tuned in. This was fantastic. If you watched on the replay and you watched all the way through, thanks for watching. I tried to bring it for you. Check out teamstrub.com. I wrote a book, 50 States, 100 Days, the book. 50 States, 100 Days, 60 youth organizations, and I met Keith. I met Pop Culture 27 in Boston. So, John, it's great to see you. I will definitely see you real soon. I promise you a DM momentarily. I'm still trying to finalize my travel plans to get out there and my lodging and accommodation plans. It would be an enormous help if anybody watching this stream could check out my book. And if you think this is authentic, me yelling at my phone from my living room, like I said, check out the book. Go skip right to chapter 13. Skip to chapter 13 and read about Las Cruces, New Mexico. When my brain was ripped to shreds. Ripped to shreds. But I couldn't keep going. Check out the Hard Rock chapter. There are a lot of Hard Rock chapters. My brain was ripped to shreds. And Keith watched a lot of my Meerkat streams as well this summer. I mean, Keith knows. This is no BS. This is my life. It's no joke. This isn't just something that I do. This is me. And you can help. 50 States, 100 Days, the book. Available now at teamstrub.com. Make sure you sign up for Amazon Smile and pick your favorite nonprofit if you don't have one. Please check out Pay Away the Layaway. Just type in Pay Away the Layaway, and a portion of the proceeds from that book will go to Pay Away the Layaway, or the organization of your choice. Add me on Instagram, Snapchat, Meerkat at ChrisStrub. Follow me on Twitter at ChrisStrub. Check out teamstrub.com, facebook.com/teamstrub for all the fun. Like I was giving you the finger. I was trying to give you the peace sign. That was kind of weird. Promise.